Okay, you recently opened a new exhibit focusing around a new virtual reality dance film. What is that film about?
Well, there are two films. It was inspired by the process of salt making, which is open pan salt making, and it's a very, very physical process. It stopped processing on this site very recently, only about 30 years ago, and so until then people were still doing this really physical, dangerous work in these enormous, great big salt pans, salt houses. So the dance artist that won the commission for us to be working with, he wanted to be doing something really quite beautiful, but using these very physical processes. So there are two dances. One is about the salt making process, and the other one is about a love story between two salt workers, and they dance in the pan.
And one of the big draws to come to this exhibit is the virtual reality element to it. How does that work?
Well, the films have been filmed in 3D. They had to be filmed up in Newcastle because the studio space was there. But the artist obviously came to site and learnt all about the site and how how the process of salt making works. And then he built his own salt pan and filled it with a little bit of water and borrowed some of our salt blocks. And the 3D film, the camera is in the middle, of the dance set, and so people dance around the set, and the 3D camera takes the shots. And then the film can be downloaded, and we have headsets here, or you can buy very cheap virtual reality headsets, which you can use with your mobile phone. It's really, once you get your head around it, it's quite easy.
So how did the idea come about then? Why did they decide to choose this location to host the event at?
Well, it's the whole project is part of a much bigger commissioning project, and it's run through something called Arts and Heritage, who wanted sites to apply for project funding, and so we did. And then there were various artists that we presented the site to, and it was the artists that wanted to get in touch with, wanted to engage with our site. So I think we ended up with about 4 or 5 artists who had projects that they were thinking of doing. They were then presented to site staff and volunteers here, and so it was those people that then made the decision to go with Martin Hilton, the dance artist.
The exhibit's been open for a couple of days now. How's the reaction been towards it?
It's been great, really good. The launch was on last Friday night, and there were about 90 people that came to the launch. Lots of, the friends of the museums, the staff and volunteers were getting involved. The project also involved Cheshire Dance and various other dance groups who were kind of experimenting with some of the dance moves with Martin, with the dance artist. And so 3 groups of these young people came along on Friday night. And we're dancing upstairs for the people. It was superb.
And finally, if people want to come down and have a look at the exhibit, where can they find you, and how long is it on for?
We're in Marston in Northwich. There's a postcode. It's CW96ES. We're open 6 days a week. So if you go on the website, www.westcheshiremuseums.co.uk. And you can come along, and the headsets are up in the galleries ready to be used.